Good morning, Stanton. Welcome back to Star Citizen Wednesdays. Today, we are going to go on a mining trip, but we're going to take a little risk with it and head all the way out to Pyro. One of the moons out there. Probably the closest one. Last time I did this with the mole, we were running on fumes by the time we got back to Lively. So hopefully we can make one round trip on what we got in the tank. And hopefully with the last update, resetting this vehicle, everything is still good. Generators power, engines to full. Let me see if this map works now. I should be able to set a point. I don't want checkmate. To Monox. Nope. I still gotta go through Stanton. Alright, we're gonna do this in 2 hops. We are... Yeah, let's top that off just in case. Before we head out. VTOL off. Hangar clear, gear up.
Shields off. Landing gear up.
And set the course for the gateway.
Quantum travel engaged.
Alright, while we're in flight... Nope. Let me set that to self-status. And let me check power levels. Everything should be good. Ish. Seems weird that thrusters have that much power on them right now. Alright, so this is probably... Let me think about this. Yeah, I think this is the first video that we have. We're actually going to be going through the jump to Pyro. So it's going to use a attachment, I guess is the best way to describe it right now, to your quantum drive. Because if you change out your quantum drive in your ship settings, it's automatically going to get removed, the jump drive. But what you're going to do is go through hyperspace, which is going to burn the crap out of the quantum fuel, to head from one system to another. It is tempting to do a top-off at Pyro Gateway, but we'll just say screw it and go right in. Load. There we go. And there's that. It is over there. On my other ships, that appears green. That is not what I'm looking for. Where is the gateway? The gateway is right there through all those things where it says jump point detected. If I could actually read, that would help. And it actually is that little guy at the end of it. And what you'll do is you'll get close enough to sync up with it if it's not open, which will then cause it to open and you will get shot through it. I believe you have to be in nav to do this. So, yeah, that does suck. You won't have shields. And I'm wasting burner on that. It doesn't look like anybody's coming or going to Pyro right now, so that's somewhat of a good sign. And when you get close enough, it'll start stage 1 of your jump. Stage 2 will be the aligning, and stage 3 is falling into the hole. There's stage 1. Here's stage 2. Opening up. And stage 3. Is that. If the jump is open from somebody else coming or going, you can usually skip stage 2 and go right to 3 from stage 1 once you align. And now comes the part that I suck at, because you have to dodge crap. I've heard that if you hit too much stuff, you get thrown out into one of the systems in a random location. I personally don't want to try that. I've also heard that... Shit. Yeah, I've heard that if you chase the white rabbit, it gives you a better chance of getting to the station that you want. There are issues, well, have been issues when this was first introduced, where you would end up at your station system that you started from. And that was mainly just server issues. So right now, it looks like we're on a good course for Pyro, considering the color change. And we got another series of things to dodge that I have difficulty dodging because everything is so bright in here. And that did not help. Shh. Alright, and we actually made it to Pyro this time. So on the Pyro side, you have Stanton Gateway. And I want to head for Monox, I think it was. Let's see, we didn't burn too much quant on that. Oh. Where the fuck? Okay, why can't I find the point we just set? Oh, it's over there. Yeah, the one thing I'm not fond of with Argo ships is the color scheme on their HUD. I'm so used to, like, seeing blues or greens. How much is it gonna burn? I remember Monox costed more for travel. Maybe I went to Gloom instead. Or Bloom, sorry. And no, I think it was Monox I went to last time.
Fuel, 75%.
Noted. Yeah, it was definitely Monox. And because it's Pyro, I am not going to pick a point to subquant to. I am just going to atmospheric dive. So hopefully we have more than 50% when we arrive. Let's see. Nope, wrong one. Bye-bye. The last time I did this, because I tried it one time and the payout was amazing. Because I ended up with a load that had like 40% taranite or 40 SEU of taranite and 20 SEU of quantum. It was somewhere in that ballpark. So the payout came out to something like 600,000 when I actually dropped off. As for the actual travel and whatnot, considering that I operate out of Lively, I would not recommend it. You know, if you operate out of Pyro, you can hit up Stanton Gateway. I think Checkmate might also have a refinery. So that could work in your favor. Of course, there are better ways, like the Atlas mining, because there's a new model of the Atlas mech suit that you can use for specialized mining, kind of like rock mining. It's a little better. Me, personally, I'm always going to favor ship mining because it feels more rewarding for your time, in my opinion. Oh yeah, we are going to be on fumes when we get back. So we're at what, 58%? The 58 or 50? No, 59. So yeah, we will have just enough to get back to Lively. All right.
Quantum travel complete.
No one's on the scope.
Mining
Good.
mode on.
No, I didn't want that.
Mining mode off.
All right, let's go for broke. Full tilt into Atmo. Which is going to take a minute. How far up did that quant drop me? Jeez. I was thinking I was going to be a lot closer than this. You know, I quant to Lyra or Walla. I'm like spitting distance from Atmo. Yeah, I don't see anybody. Good. I'm actually amazed. I don't think it was Bloom that I went to last time. I really don't. But I don't remember taking this long to get into atmosphere. And I'm setting it as hard as I can. Of course, this time I am actually on the sun side of the planet. Wow, this is going to be longer than I thought. Of course, every video I do is fucking longer than I expect. And those clouds really look like they're close to the surface. Pretty sure I'm not going to see anything at this far up. I might have to actually go to Bloom. Or just scrap this entire video. There we go. Finally. Still got a good distance to go. Oh, and we already got something on the scope. Sweet. Now, I just gotta figure out where the heck that was. Because that looks like a good number. That is a very good number. Holy crap. $23? Jeez. The other one I saw was 18. Where the heck was... Oh, it's a... Okay, it's over there. Let's see. We are heading almost north. And we have arrived at Monox, the red planet of nothingness. Seriously, there is nothing out there. Which makes it great for mining. I hope that's mining. I mean, it should be, right? Maybe. There we go. Wow, it is a field of gorgeousness. Please give me something good. Veto on. Gear down.
Landing gear down.
Ooh, I can't touch that one. But that is a good start. I can touch that one, and I will. Oh, please let this be another gold digger video. Tungsten can beat it. This is going to be another gold video. Oh, you gotta be shitting me. Bexelite. Ooh. Ooh. Let's see what else we got here. Ooh, I might test my luck with that. I think with the surge I could kind of get close. That... 80,000 mass. That would take at least 2 moles, if not 3. Why do those rocks exist? Laranite? Nope. Gold, that is out of my reach. You know, if you had somebody on each of the turrets, you probably could hit that. What is that, 80? That's another 80,000 rock. Jeez. Oops. And that was Laranite? Yeah, it's Laranite. Alright. Let's try this tungsten for Tarnite first. Tungsten can piss off. And because we're using the helix, we gotta kiss this thing. Alright, stay still. I hope that's close enough. Nice lighting issue. Okay. Ignoring that. Power on.
Systems activating. Systems on.
Alright, looks like all my modules are working. And we've got ship drift because of the new dynamic weather system. Ooh, yes. Yes, I can hit that. Wow. The problem is going to be maintaining it.
Warning.
Shit.
Power critical. Attack on shields.
That actually worked. Holy hell. Oh, that was gorgeous. So, let's see, 2 Rigers and a Surge. It took 2 charges of the Surge, which does suck, but yeah, that, oh, that makes my day. Oh, yeah. Alright, I got to adjust a little bit. Nope, not that much. Let's adjust the positioning a little bit so I can see everything. Not that far away, genius. It's the Hasselhoff, not an Arbor. Alright. I think that's the side that Hasselhoff is on. It's gonna suck if that's the Arbor side. Well, no, not really, because these would be should be small enough for the Arbor to handle. Although, to be honest, this planet is, you know, very aesthetically pleasing for, you know, type of planet moon it is.
Systems activating. Systems on.
Wait, what are we on? Yeah, this is the Hasselhoff. Okay. Nope. Nope. Oh, come on. Well, no, wait. Let's break that. Because with large rocks like what it was, at the 41,000 mass, you will end up having to break them again. Because anything that has a composition of above like 9.9 SCU requires a fracturing. So, since this broke into a 22 SCU segment, it requires a double fracturing. And you'll be lazy today, so we'll take that. Alright. Is that the weather? Yeah, I think that's a dynamic weather I'm hearing. Oops. Probably gonna have to, but yeah. Okay, we'll do that. Oh, what the? Crap!
Attack on shields.
Crap! Ah. that's what I get for not paying attention. So, yeah, like I've said in previous mining videos, you want to have your laser get into the green zone and then hold it there until you fill the green bar up completely, green wedge. You do that by adjusting your laser power, taking into account the instability of your laser, because the Hasselhoff loves to jump. Oh, really? There we go. Once you fracture it to a point that you can extract, you switch over to your extraction mode. There's nothing you can really do with what you pull in, because you're just, sucking up the entire rock. You can get attachments like the flitters to... Nope. Nope. Jeez. Reduce the amount of inert material, like on the left side. The first attachment is the Flitter XL, so it's reducing inert material by 24%. Ooh. Easy, easy, easy.
Warning, power critical.
Is it going to drop out? Nope. Damn it. Oh, I am really screwing up this run. Yeah, when you get into that red zone, you run the risk of blowing your rock up, which will cause some of these sub-fractures to vaporize, which means that the stuff that you did want to pick up is probably going to go bye-bye. And with the laser power, you want to focus on the mass and the resistance. Because lasers can hit up to a certain max mass, but their power is reduced by a rock's resistance. So that comes into play. On the left meter, semicircle, whatever you want to call it, as you can see, we are not up to the optimal distance. We are way, way further than I'd want to be. But I suck at depth. If we were at optimal, the laser would be firing at its true full potential, ignoring resistance. So, yeah. If you're working with the crew, you definitely want to communicate with whoever's flying to get them closer so you can do this better. Because even extraction mode, the speed at which you extract is going to be reduced going at this not optimal distance. But so far, we're almost a third of the way filled, and I'm pretty happy with what we got in right now. I mean, it's always nice if you can find quant, but I am not going to waste my time looking for it. That's for professional crews who actually give a crap. That's not worth it. I'll take that because I'm being lazy. Yeah, some people will probably say 40% of a rock is what you want. I usually go 25 to 30 as a bare minimum. If it's close enough, like 24.5, I'll Usually take it if I'm having a bad day or being lazy. Come on, get up there. But yeah, it depends on who you work with and what they want. Because the pickier you are, the better your payout will be. However, you will be spending more time out here between drop-offs. So, unless you have somebody who is extremely lucky on your team, yeah, you're going to be a while. That's the reason why I usually just take what I could get and do as many drop-offs as I can. And considering how well we were with this one being 41, I may try... No. That, 47 SCU. Okay, we looked at that. Looked at that. Looked at that. Okay. So, yeah, that was pretty good for a first rock. I am definitely happy with that. I hope I have enough surges left to do that other one. Problem with the surge is that you gotta really adjust your laser power. It's great when you can get it right, but it can also screw you over massively. Let's see. I know I'm not hitting an 80K. All right, where was that 47 over here? Yes, I know I'm so low to ground. We at... Okay. Doesn't look like I blew up the ship too much. All right, let's try our luck one more time.
Fracturing mode on.
I do wish the usable modules showed how many charges they had left on the left. Because I think we are out. Nope. Nope. It used to be in the past, when you ran out of them, they would disappear from your inventory. Or they would disappear from the ship inventory. But it looks like that's not the case anymore.
Systems activating. Systems on.
And I guess that was all the surge that I had. Damn. Nope, that was the wrong laser. Okay.
Systems activating. Systems on.
Oh, stop screwing with me. Give me power to all my lasers. There we go. Ooh, maybe? Oh, this is going to be a creeper. I don't think I have enough range, though. Come on, jump, 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 jump. Jump a little more, please. Jump. Damn. Oh, I'm gonna waste all these modules and it's not gonna get there. Alright, we're in the sweet spot.
Warning. Power critical. Warning. Power critical.
That is going to be
Attack on shields.
good. Wow. Okay. So, pushing my luck, I managed to hit 47K. That's excessively impressive. It took a little finagling to get the thing to work right, because I really need to rework the power systems on this ship. But we got it. Let's get a little closer this time. Hopefully the ship doesn't drift too much. Wow. That was impressive. I seriously need to consider using Surge a lot more. I honestly thought that I would not be able to hit it.
Construction mode on.
Okay. You are our first volunteer. I may have lost a fragment with the overcharge, but it's not that big of an issue. I am definitely happy with what we still have left over. If I had blown up like half of it, that would have sucked. Come on, there we go. What do we have? 30 of Tarnite. Do have to remember that a refinery base loss rate is 15%. So, gonna lose what? This better be full tire. That, good enough. So, off of 10, you lose 1.5. So, 3, you're gonna lose about 4.5.
Fracturing mode on.
Holy crap!
Power critical. Warning. Power critical.
Okay, let's be careful with that. Okay, no overcharge, so we don't lose anything, thankfully.
Attack on shields.
I take that back. Yeah, the overcharge against your shields because it is physical damage, ballistic damage, so it does technically penetrate your shields to a small degree. So you can blow up parts of your ship. You can blow off mining heads. You can blow off mining modules. I have not lost a complete ship thus far, thankfully. Give me time. My stupid ass may actually accomplish that at some point, but usually I'll lose all my mining heads before that'll happen. Come on, there we go. And wow, that was what, 13 SCU straight?
Fracturing mode on.
With 2 rocks, we are half filled with Tarnite. So let's see, we'll lose about 6 SCU right now with the mining loss. So yeah, we're still looking at 40 SCU of Tarnite.
Extraction mode on.
Oh, that's tungsten. My bad. Shh, didn't want to do that. There we go. And that's me being lazy, picking up, you know, lower than 30%. Let's see, what would 5 be in loss? 7.5? Yeah. So, holy crap. What's that? Please be small enough. Nope, it's tungsten. It's not worth my time. And that is an entire rock of tungsten. Holy crap. What were these other ones? Junk and junk. What are you? You are the gold that I can pick up. You are a decent amount of gold. And I'll have to relook at all the rocks. So, yeah, this is already a great run. Coming back with, what, over 50 SCU of Tarnite?
Mining mode on.
Let's see, Bexlite. You know what? I think I will hit that Bexlite. I should be able to do that without a surge. Gear's still down. Adjust it up a little bit. Laying down.
Fracturing mode on.
Yep.
Mining mode on.
I thought as much. Because 24 is within the range of a Helix with 2 Rikers.
Warning. Power critical.
Crap. And even though the overcharge is going to disappear, I most likely will have...
Attack on shields.
Yep. Alright. Is... Can I see that gold from here? Nope. Alright. While Bexlite isn't Paranite, it is the second best tier 1 you can pick up right now. I definitely want Bexlite over Gold, because Gold has plummeted in price. Bexlite still took a hit with the patches, but it's worth it as a backup. Yeah. That should be good enough. Okay. Where are we on time? Yep, this is going to be another hour-long one. But considering that we are in another system, it's not too surprising. The fact that we're going to completely fill on one spot is amazing. Can't remember the last time that's happened in Stanton. Alright. Really? If I got a full one of inert, that means I gotta have a full one of Bexlite somewhere. Alright, let's hit this. So I could probably get greedy with some of these rocks now. It's most likely the stuff that's underneath. Like that. Yep. Oh, that ship drift is annoying. We'll check to see what else we got first. Nope. Oh, definitely not. Nope. Really? Okay, where's the big one? There's gotta be one that has a lot. Jeez. Yeah, I'll take that. I'll probably pick those 30s up after. Oh. Actually, yeah, I think I'm just gonna pick up the 30s. Let me check the other ones first, though, because that really filled me up. Yep, that is definitely coming with us. Wow, is that like straight 50 even? No, okay. So at 50 with the loss, you probably are looking at 42.5 SCU. No. Alright, where are those 30s? Yep, give me this one. And we are done! So now we get the fun part of heading back home. And trying not to get jumped. And trying not to screw up the gateway. Trying not to screw up the landing. Trying not to screw up in general. But seeing as it's me, that is a highly improbable situation. Alright, where is Stanton? See, that said it was 16. Huh, interesting. Do I go? Yes, I do. Okay. Scope is clear. So we will send it. I gotta get a little higher than that. Got to get a lot higher. This is not a moon. Oops, too far. Alright, we are in flight. Let me load up the spreadsheet in case we actually do make it safely back to Lively. So, yeah, as you see, Pyro can be very, profitable for mining. I mean, holy crap, that was 50 SCU of Taranite off of 2 rocks. I could have gotten more if I was being even lazier, but... And that's considering how unlucky I am most of the time. What do I want that to? I want that... No, I want... this one. Hold on, changing stuff. There we go, that's what I wanted. I want that to be target. Good. I really wish with these MFDs they would set up the saving so you don't have to change them every time you call out your ship. That would really, really help out. That was 50%. So, yeah, we are going to be on fumes when we get to Lively. Thankfully, we don't have any quant, so I can actually land and refuel. Don't have to worry about the time limit. Let's see. So what are we in? We're in 4.2 now. We've had the hot fixes left and right. Server stability has been having its issues, like we're back in 320 or 316. I won't say it's as bad as 319. I don't think anything has been that bad since. Not even 4.0 preview. But hopefully with 4.2.1 on PTU right now, which should be a week away from release, maybe, they will address a lot of the server performance issues, server FPS states. There are other things going on, some stuff that I didn't get affected by, but I'm not going to go into. For those of the people that did get affected by it, yeah, you have my sympathies. I was too busy during the free fly week to get affected by that, thankfully. Plus, I'm not a streamer, so I don't have to worry about it too much. Hell, I'm not even a good content creator. But yeah, it does suck that that stuff went down. Hopefully CIG does take proper actions against it. Because I can see it being very frustrating. Very discouraging. Alright, where in the Helios are you this time? I want... Nope, I want quant. There we go. Nope. I don't want Stanton Gateway. I want the jump point. Why could I not find the jump point? What is this random thing out there? Okay, where are the rings? There we go. That's what I was looking for. And as you see, the jump is already open, but by the time I get there, it'll probably close. So somebody either just came in or somebody left. Hopefully it was somebody leaving. Because the only thing that sucks more than Pyro is Lorville. Alright, do that to slow down. We should be getting close. The jump is still open. One more ring. I guess we're upside down. And we're aligning. And we are automatically getting sucked. Now, for the part that I suck at. I don't see the white rabbit, so I don't have to worry about that this time. Oh, I really wish they would fix that lag issue with the graphics. Nope, we're getting a little too close to that side. Ew, this is going to be tight. And looks like we're towards Stanton a little. Oh, this is not something someone with a little bit of claustrophobia should be doing. Even if it's a game, there's a white rabbit. It does get me puckered. And, ladies and gentlemen, we have arrived in Stanton. That's Wide Forest. That's Arcor. There is Lively. No, I want Lively. Thank you. Stop switching. Fuck it.
Quantum travel engaged.
That does get to be excessively annoying, and hopefully they give us some option to scroll through those from now on.
Quantum travel complete. Mining mode on. Mining mode off. Quantum travel engaged.
I'm at a full load, right? So 11 Bexelite, 50 Taranite. That should be a decent payout. I'd say 350, maybe 400. Just throwing numbers off my head. Plus the gold at the bottom. Yeah, other than being on a different planet, moon, the mining is all basically the same. You go through your fracturing, you control your laser power to fill up the green meter, you try not to overcharge. Once you break the rock into a small enough portion, you go to your extraction to suck it up. You try to favor stuff that has higher percentages of your tier 1s or quantum. And then you just go to Refinery, drop it off, and I'm going to use Dynex because I really don't give a crap. 4.2.1 is going to be the next major release, so that's going to be out a bit. I should be able to drop it off before then. Oh, where the hell am I on Lively? Yeah, these are going to be the medium hangars. And actually have a lot more fuel than I thought we would have. Maybe I did go to Bloom the last time. I don't know. I want to say I went to Monox the last time I did pyro mining. But I'm most likely wrong. So I could probably hit Microtech with that right now. Alright. VTOL on, gear down, switch controller.
Landing gear down.
And up just that a little. And bring her in. Little far out on that approach, but screw it. Lights. Quiet. I know how close I am. And touchdown. Alright, engines off, generator off. Let's see, the refuel for that was only 4K. Repair was because I broke some rocks and damaged my ship. So that I definitely earned. Alright, let's store the ship.
Welcome to the 8th Your Vehicle Please Visit.
Good night, gorgeous. Alright, head up to the ASOP terminals, and then we'll take the second elevator over to the refinery. Whenever it wants to come. Thank you.
Need a hazmat team to head down to the subdeck. We got a chem spill.
Alright. And the refinery is up top, as always. We're not going to waste our time with that. So we come here. Capacity is actually pretty low, which means people haven't been using it too much. There we go. Only 400 SCU of inert. That's actually very impressive. Those numbers don't add up, but... Alright. So your best two options are Dynex, which takes forever, but costs not that much. And what was the other one? Ferron. So Ferron is for your quick turnaround. Because this will be, what, 24 hours? No, 12 hours. Ah, yeah, capacity's down. But it's going to cost 51,000. Dynex, oops, go put those back, is going to take 3 times as long, but it's only going to cost half as much. The output is going to be exactly the same between Dynex and Ferron. Since I don't really care, and that's actually a lot quicker than normal, I'm going to go with that. So, let me put these numbers in. 980 Bexelite, 231 gold, 2242 tungsten, 4257 taranite. That, actually, let me put the time as well. 36.22. That payout is going to be 480,000. $500,000 for that run. So, yeah. Definitely worth it if you operate out of Pyro. For me, not so much. But that is all for today's video. So, yeah. We went to Pyro, we took the Mole, we visited Monox. We found a very, very good spot for taranite. Finished up with some Bexelites. Got a little smidgen of gold. Had a very, very nice result in the payout. Let's see, it's going to be 80 cargo slots, so yeah, that'll be decent. So, we are going to call it there. Yeah, we're going to call it there. So, as always, thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time.